A transform can map columns between tables, merge in additional data, and enhance your data. From the transform screen, we can configure a new transform or use the Auto Create button to create multiple transforms automatically. Each transform has a unique name and a link between nodes where it will run, such as when the client pulls data from the server. The transform can run on the source side where data is extracted, or at the target side where data is loaded. This is important if you need to look up additional data from the database. The source table is mapped to the target table. If the table resides in a different catalog or schema, you can specify that also. The Update First option will change any captured inserts into updates if you expect that data will exist already. If no data is updated, then an insert is performed. Deletes can either be ignored, allowed, or changed into an update instead. With a column policy of implied, all columns are mapped automatically between the tables, and you can configure only the column mappings you want to override. With specified, there is no automatic mapping, and you must configure each column you want to map. With multiple transforms on the same table, you can specify the order for running them. Now let's use the Edit Column dialog to map columns and transform data. Add a new entry and map a source column to a target column. By specifying which column mapping represents the primary key, the data loader will be able to transform inserts into updates when needed. The transform can apply to inserts, updates, deletes, or all captured data. Choose how you want the transform to occur. For copy, it simply maps the data between the columns. Remove is used with implied transforms to ignore a source column. Identity is used with identity column types that need to generate the next row ID. Constant loads a literal value that you specify into the target column. Variable loads a value into the target column using a built-in dynamic variable, such as system timestamp, source node ID, or target node ID. Additive works with numeric data to add the difference between the old and new value instead of just loading the new value. Substring works with string data to return a portion of the string, starting from an index and optionally ending at an index. Multiply works on a primary key mapping. It runs the SQL query you provide, which causes it to generate multiple target rows. Lookup runs the specified SQL query, which must return one row with one column for the value. Your query can reference source column names by prefixing them with a colon. Bean Shell runs a Bean Shell script that you provide, which is compatible with Java. In the script, row values can be accessed from variables named after the column names in uppercase. There are also variables for accessing the context and running queries on the database.